So, I'm sure that I will speak um, more and more clearly about this sometime in the future. Um, but as I'm stretching and getting ready for work, um, something that's been on my mind, like a couple experiences that I had um, at work the last couple days, um, just really helped me be able to more specifically define um, aspects of what I tend to call the little girl syndrome. And the little girl syndrome is that kind of like chosen helplessness and innate refusal to like problem solve or like take responsibility for problem solving in a situation. It's like a comedian like 10 years ago was making fun of, she was a girl, a female comedian, and was making fun of girls who are just like all out at the club and they're all fucking helpless. And she was like, one of the things she said was, like, oh, I don't have solutions. I only have more problems. And it's like, man, I work with so many of those. And because like now that's just like a main part of the culture. Um, but what I have been boiling it down to a lot as like defining is um when I can like just tell someone to their face that's like they're well, I haven't done that. I will. I might if I need to. But when I just can look at someone I know and I look at all the ways that we've interacted and I've seen them interact and I know all they're fucking doing all the time, like the way that they show up, is seeking bids for pity and praise. That's it. That's kind of all they do. They don't provide anything else. It results in them being very careless with people who are around them, and also it's fucking obnoxious and exhausting to be around. When it's like all this person is ever gonna open their mouth to fucking do is seek pity or praise. And with their pity, it's the complaining shit. It's the I just want to complain, but I don't want to do anything about it. I don't want to actually fix any of my problems. And it's just like, and I don't want to listen to you complain if you're not interested in fixing your problems, right? And and then here is like this like specific example, this specific thing that I've been thinking about. I was working with a young woman who I do like, but I know that she gets sucked into like just like the whole vain bullshit, the vanity narrative kind of shit, right? And she's also a young white straight girl, like there's lots of stuff missing in her education, right? And in her perspective. So it's very close minded. Sweet girl, always been very accepting of me. I will always, deeply appreciate that. But we were working outside together, and there was a spider near a trash can, and I was like, "Ooh, spider!" And I went over because it was just a little fuzzy guy, and he was cute, and I wanted to go check him out and see what he's doing, or her. I don't know. I can't fucking tell with spiders. And but she started freaking the fuck out. I'm just like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like that's kind of stereotypical female narrative stuff. Be afraid of small things because they're scary. Um, but I was telling her, and I'm just calmly trying to like move the spider, and she's like, no, kill it. And I'm just like, I don't kill spiders. I will relocate spiders. But I'm not gonna kill him. And he's not. Spiders are so fucking important for the ecosystem. Um, and benefit humans in a lot of ways too. Um, anyway, the conversation that really just kind of stuck with me was I told her because she was like, "No, it's poisonous. It'll bite you," and I'm just like, "No, it's not." And I don't know spiders very well, but I know that I know like this little thing isn't gonna like injure me in any way. And I told her like, dude, there's like two kinds of spiders that live in this region that are poisonous that that one is neither of them. And she's like, how do you even know that? And I was like, because I educated myself about what spiders are poisonous around here. I'm not sure if I'm using the right word. There's like venomous and poisonous, and I still get them wrong. Anyway, because I still need to work on my education. But what stuck with me was I told her to her face. I was like, dude, if you want to be less afraid of spiders, then learn about them and learn enough that you trust this thing isn't going to like bite me and hurt me in any way. You know, it's just going about its business. And like, you don't have to like it, you don't have to interact with it. But like, you can choose to not be afraid of something. And that's what's been just, I keep fucking falling on that same fucking rock. You know, that it's just like these people who are, I can tell them very explicitly, hey, here's a solution. And like lately, the conversations have been around like those little fears and about just like the things that you don't understand about other people and like how that can contribute to fear. She was talking about how like, I guess several of our coworkers have been to jail before. Yeah, you're gonna have that. And it doesn't mean anything. It means they've been to jail. It means that they have sets of trauma in their experience that involve jail. That's what that means. That's how I see it. And I respect them for being able to move through it, and here they are at work, you know? That's how I see it. It's not how I was always able to see it. You know, I acknowledge that. But anyway, coming back to the spider story, and I told a friend of mine about that yesterday, and they were also like, oh god, oh no, spiders. And I'm just like, but you could just educate yourself, and then you could like not be afraid of the thing anymore. And there's a lot of things, and one of those friends also had said something to me about how I hate uncertainty, which is very accurate, and you know that plays into being autistic. That plays into my trauma, all of it. I don't like uncertainty, but I was thinking about all this, and I was thinking about how my response for a very long time has been if I am worried about something, if I am apprehensive, if I am scared, and there is uncertainty, because I think there's usually there's dread and there's I don't know. I need to spend more time with the language of it, but my response for a long time for a lot of things that worry me, concern me, scare me, has been I need to learn more about it, right? And because then I'll know what to do if, you know, option A in scary thing happens. I'll know how I want to respond to option A or possibility B or whatever. Weed whacker. But it's like that's, you know, that's always been, you know, my personal part of my personal problem solving has just been like, let me learn more about it so that I am less scared of it. And it's so fucking bizarre to me to talk to grown-ass adults and look them in their fucking face, and I was like, you know, if you knew more, I'm not afraid of the thing that you're afraid of because I'm educated about it. I'm educated enough to not be afraid of it. And like that's my entire point is like you can educate yourself and, you know, pursue not being afraid of it anymore. And how can I like tell you that and then you want to sit back in your helplessness and just be scared and be uncomfortable with being scared? Like, why would you choose that? I don't fucking understand that. Anyway. More thoughts to come. I just really wanted to... It's just so weird to me that like someone can be shown told very clearly like, hey, and give an example like with the spiders and be like, hey, you know, like if you knew more about it you would be less scared, and then me having to watch them choose being scared and uneducated. What the fuck is that? Anyway,